David Mann comes from Sydney, Australia. In spite of being in his 20s, David has great background in public relations, journalism, marketing, and communication. Since 2015, David has become the marketing and fundraising coach at REACH, a non-government and non-profit organization which specializes in providing vocational training, career advice, and job placement services for Vietnam's most disadvantaged youth. With his expertise and networks, David has contributed to improving the quality of marketing and fundraising activities of REACH.
Hello everyone, and you're watching Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 NetViet. Let's have the talk with David, marketing and fundraising coach at REACH Vietnam, in order to know more about what he has done for the last 1 year and in the future in order to improve the marketing and fundraising skills for staff working at REACH. Thank you so much, David, for joining Sharing Vietnam today.
Thank you for having me.
So before working at REACH, I know that you used to be a freelancer for newspapers and magazines in Vietnam. Why did you decide to become a volunteer working for REACH?
When I arrived in Vietnam, I was actually volunteering with an Australian NGO that taught English skills to blind youth. And that experience of working for a youth-focused organisation and teaching practical skills and seeing the transformative impact that had on these young people was really inspiring to me, and I wanted to have a similar experience to that, but instead utilising my skills and experience in marketing, communications, and particularly storytelling, so that I could work with a similar organisation in the future. When I saw the opportunity to work with REACH, I knew it was the perfect opportunity for me to combine my passion for working with a youth-focused organisation, but also utilising the skills and experience that I had developed over the past 3 years.
Do you remember the very first days working at REACH? How was the skills and also the knowledge of staff working at REACH concerning marketing and fundraising?
I think I remember very vividly on my first day how impressed I was with the skills and the capabilities and the enthusiasm of the people that I work with, particularly my counterpart, Mai, who is the marketing and fundraising officer. It hasn't been very difficult for me at all to contribute at all in helping to improve the marketing and fundraising abilities of REACH. In large part, I've played a role in helping to develop strategy and helping the organisation, like many NGOs, which has a limited amount of resources, get the biggest impact that they can for the lowest possible cost. So that has largely been my role working with REACH, is helping them take their activities, be a little bit more strategic so that the impact can be so much greater.
May you share with us about the program that you have developed, maybe your personal program, in order to help them equipped with better skills concerning maybe social media or fundraising activities?
Mainly my role has been helping to develop a 1-year marketing, fundraising and communications plan that we have implemented over the past 6 months, but will also implement into next year. So that includes things from how to run social media campaigns, how to utilize our online marketing channels in a more effective way, using those channels to target priority stakeholders, whether it's potential students, potential program partners, or potential donors. So those are some of the things that are involved in that plan. We're also looking at, over the next month, starting a crowdfunding campaign for a new project that we will be launching next year. And that is completely new territory for REACH, and I think is also really exciting because there are so many opportunities out there for fundraising, for networking, for building potential partnerships for an organisation like REACH, which has so much untapped potential.
These are the images of M Hair Salon, a new social enterprise initiative of Rich. The hair salon provides an excellent environment for rich hairdressing trainees, but also creates a more sustainable source of income for the organization. Today, M's Hair Salon has the honor to serve Ambassador of Australia to Vietnam.
I've just had a great haircut here at M Salon. I've been really well looked after and pampered even by the staff here, and I'm pleased here to have a haircut. I look forward to paying them shortly for that haircut, but I go away as a happy customer.
David and other communication officers of Rich didn't forget to share the image of the special guest on their Facebook page to promote their services. Apart from taking part in communication and fundraising activities of Rich, David has a more important task, which is creating a comprehensive and long-term marketing and fundraising strategy for Rich.
Là một tổ chức nhỏ và bản thân là cái hoạt động marketing và gây quỹ nó cũng có nhiều hạn chế. Ví dụ như là Rick không có mạng lưới các nhà báo hỗ trợ rộng lớn, cũng như là mạng lưới các đối tác là các tổ chức nước ngoài hay là những người nước ngoài sinh sống tại Hà Nội biết tới Rick. Và bản thân Rick thì có hoạt động marketing và gây quỹ nhưng nó vẫn chưa được tài liệu hóa và đưa vào một cái bức tranh, một cái khuôn khổ thành một chiến lược. Thì David là bạn ấy vào, và David là xuất thân là từ nhà báo và cũng có một cái network rất là rộng tại Hà Nội. Thì David vào đã thúc đẩy cái hoạt động quan hệ báo chí của Rick và mở rộng mạng lưới các nhà báo, và cũng như là đưa các hoạt động truyền thông và gây quỹ mang tính trở nên bài bản hơn và có chiến lược hơn.
We've just had a look at the image of M Salon. So will you share with us about what have you and other staff at Rich done in order to market this new service?
So M Hair Salon is a new social business initiative that Reach has set up just in the past couple of months. The aim of that business is not only to generate income to help sustain Reach's hairdressing program, which supports vulnerable women and girls, but also to provide a practical training ground for our graduates so that they can be more competitive when they go out into the marketplace when they finish our program. Our role in the marketing and fundraising department, and my role specifically as the marketing and fundraising coach, has been helping to guide the development of a clear marketing plan that can not only tell the story about what M Salon is doing, but also to attract and retain customers and supporters that not only support what we're doing in terms of our social mission, but also want high quality hair care, hairstyling services. We have a really great team at the salon. We have professional, experienced hairstylists that are supported by our students, in hair washing, hair massage, and that has been the response to that has been really, really positive. In terms of some of the marketing activities that we've done, our students have played a really big role in helping to develop the concept, the decor, the brand, the design of the logo, the design of our slogan, the name. All of that has been inspired by or done by our students, and I think the salon is a really great visual branding symbol of what we represent as an organization, but also the direction that we're heading, and the response has been really positive.
May you share with us more about the examples that you have experienced for the last 1 year working at Rich in order to improve the effectiveness of marketing and fundraising activities?
The first example that comes to mind is a social media campaign that we ran with our students online through Facebook. So one of the things that we wanted to do was to encourage our students to tell their story about their experience with Reach, using a platform that is not only popular with our current students and our alumni, but also potential students. So that was a really interesting experience because we saw that the response from all of the students who had been through our programs was so enthusiastic, and so many of them told their stories through pictures, through Facebook posts, through videos that they made just using their smartphone or a friend's smartphone. And that created such a big buzz on social media for Reach. And for our next recruitment cycle, which was just a couple of weeks later, we had a significant increase in the amount of students applying for our courses, which was a really big win, I think, for our marketing and fundraising team, because constantly we are faced with the challenge of how do we reach out to very disadvantaged youth in Vietnam and capture their attention and persuade them to join our programs, because it will deliver the outcomes that they want, which is training, secure employment, a career path, and financial sustainability, not just for them but also for their families as well. So that was just one example of some of the activities that we've done over the past year, and that was incredibly successful.
I know that you still have about 6 months working at Rich. However, when you leave, what do you want to do in order to leave behind the perfect legacy?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I think a really important one, because the ultimate objective of the Australian Volunteers Program is to make a sustainable impact, an impact that will carry on after you leave, and specifically leaving or imparting the skills and experience that you can bring as a volunteer and making sure that they are with the organisation when you leave. That's a really tough task and can be challenging at times, but specifically in terms of the legacy that I hope to leave is just to make sure that the organisation can continue in the direction that we have charted together in terms of our marketing and communications plan that we have developed as a team, continuing with the processes that we've set up to, implement that plan, review that plan, and, adapt it for the future. I'm also helping to facilitate the organisation's strategic plan for the next 5 years. That's been a 3-month-long process. We're almost at the end of it, and that will start from 2017 and go on till 2022. And that has clear strategic objectives that align with the internal and external environment that Reach will face over the next 5 to 6 years. We've developed that as a team, not just with the team in Hanoi, but in Hai Duong, Hue, Hoi An, and Da Nang. And that has really clear KPIs and milestones and checkpoints that the organisation as a whole is very motivated to achieve. So, when I leave, that is something that I would be incredibly proud to see Reach carry that plan through. And adapt it according to how the circumstances change. Because at the end of the day, they know the local environment much better than me. I just hope that I've given them the skills to be able to, respond to that in the best possible way.
Once again, thank you so much for joining Sharing Vietnam today, and we wish you even greater 6 months working at Rich.
Thank you very much.
At the end of the program today, we will have a little surprise for the guest speaker of today's program. We want to share with you what other people have to say about what you have done, and also what you have contributed to the development of Rich and also of Vietnam. We hope you enjoy it. That's also wrapped up the program for today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
Look, David, thank you very much for your service, both to Australia and to Vietnam. It's people like you that really help Vietnam and Vietnamese entrepreneurs and social enterprises to reach their aspirations. They're great by themselves, but it's amazing the contribution that you make. And from the Australian government's perspective, we're just so happy to help you in your endeavours to help Vietnam.
David là một người rất là linh hoạt, khả năng thích ứng rất là cao với một cái môi trường địa phương nó rất là khác xa với cả cái đất nước Úc. Và bên cạnh đó nữa thì bạn ấy thực sự là tôi đánh giá rất là cao là bạn ấy rất là tâm huyết và có một cái tình yêu rất là lớn với công việc mà bạn đang làm tại Rich, bởi vì bạn ấy thực sự là yêu Rich ạ.
David ơi, mặc dù là cái thời gian tình nguyện của David chỉ ở đây là 18 tháng thôi, nhưng mà nếu có thể thì hãy quay lại Rich và giúp đỡ Rich nữa nhé.